Okay, let's talk Ethereum. You know that feeling, right? You go to send like 20 bucks worth of ETH,
Oh, yeah.
and suddenly the gas fee is $50. It's just maddening.
It really is. And that's exactly what we're digging into today. We've got this text, Ethereum's new upgrade gas fees, MIG.txt, and we're trying to see if this latest upgrade, well, if it actually fixes that headache.
Or if it's just more hype.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Our mission really is to figure out if this changes things for you, for your actual day-to-day crypto use.
So, gas fees first. It's the elephant in the room. The source mentions that absurdity paying way more in fees than the transaction itself.
Exactly. That $20 transaction costing 50 bucks example, it nails the frustration.
So what's this upgrade aiming for? How's it supposed to work differently?
Well, the idea, according to the text, is to shift away from those constant, unpredictable spikes. Think less, everything's on fire sale prices because demand is insane, and more.
Sure.
More like finding things reliably on the discount rack, as the source puts it. The goal is more predictable, lower costs for standard operations.
Okay, a discount rack sounds much better. So for me, using Ethereum, that could mean, what, actually sending small amounts again?
That's the hope.
Yeah.
Making those tiny transactions, the source calls them the financial equivalent of a paper cut, viable again. Or buying an NFT without, doubling the price just with the fee.
Right, that'd be huge. But is it guaranteed? The source seemed a little hesitant.
Yeah, cautiously optimistic is the phrase they used. And that's important. There's definitely a wait-and-see vibe.
Because we've seen fixes before that didn't quite stick.
Exactly. The text mentions that history. There's always the chance, the potential plot twist that network congestion picks up and fees just bounce back. It's a dynamic system.
Okay, fingers crossed for cheaper fees then.
Oh.
What about speed? Because, man, waiting for confirmations can feel like watching paint dry sometimes.
Uh-huh. It's another direct target of this upgrade. Less time staring at that pending confirmation screen.
Faster swaps, faster transfers, just smoother.
That's the goal. A less frustrating experience overall when you're actually trying to do things on the network.
Makes sense. Okay, let's zoom out a bit. Scalability, security. These big buzzwords, this 2.0 vision people talk about. How does this specific upgrade fit in?
Right, so this isn't happening in isolation. It's framed as a piece of that larger puzzle, the ongoing effort to build towards Ethereum 2.0.
Which means handling more people, more transactions.
Yep, that's scalability, making the network capable of supporting way more activity without grinding to a halt or fees going stratospheric. And security, obviously, is always paramount, keeping everything safe.
This source had that funny line, fancy words for "we're trying."
Huh, yeah. It captures that sense that this is very much a work in progress. But this upgrade is meant to be a concrete step towards better scalability, and indirectly that helps with fees too, by easing network load eventually.
So bringing it back to the listener, why should you really care about these technical upgrades? What's in it for you?
Look, it boils down to practicality. If this works as hoped, you get those cheaper small transactions we talked about.
Making micropayments actually possible.
Exactly. Buying NFTs becomes more affordable. Using DeFi apps feels less like navigating a minefield of surprise costs. The source even suggests it might be a reunion for people who just gave up on Ethereum because of the fees.
Right, people who got priced out might come back.
Potentially. It's about shifting the experience from, frankly, annoying fees getting in the way to something much smoother.
Less annoyance, more doing. I like the sound of that. Okay, so wrapping this up, what are the main potential changes from this upgrade based on what we've read?
The big hopes are noticeably lower gas fees, definitely faster transactions, and just generally pushing Ethereum forward on scalability and security, making the whole thing work better.
But no guarantees, right?
No, definitely not. The source is clear on the uncertainty. It could be a real glow-up for Ethereum, a significant improvement, or it could be more of a bad sequel, another fix that doesn't quite solve the core problems long-term.
So, the big question we leave you with, reflecting the source. Is this the upgrade, the one that finally makes Ethereum consistently usable and affordable for everyone? Or is it just another patch that might need its own fix down the line? Something to think about next time you're looking at those gas fees.